Ohio State has one of the most athletic linebacker units in college football. Not just linebacker duo, but units too. The unit that anchored the 2024 defense, that lost Cody Simon to the NFL, a wonderful player. He was an X Factor player last season. His play bordered on alien level play relative to college standards. Not alien in terms of talent, Simon was never that, but just the way that he was playing made him one of the best linebackers in America last year. And yet, they could improve in 2025. How can they improve, you ask? Well, they have Arvell Reese at middle linebacker projected to start. He was the highest graded returning linebacker, is the highest graded returning linebacker per PFF in this group, with a 76.4 PFF grade, 305 snaps, 4 tackles for loss. He trails Sonny Styles, who has 11 tackles for loss and 897 snaps. Styles at a 71.4 PFF grade. You also have some players in middle linebacker Payton Pierce and outside linebacker Riley Pettijohn, who I would expect to have some playing time. Pettijohn shedded his black stripe, so he's officially part of the Ohio State team. Pierce last year only had 31 snaps with a 63.9 PFF grade. Before we resume this segment, please take a few seconds of your time to make sure you have liked the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and for any team podcasts and playlists linked in the description, and also comment your thoughts down below in the comment section and join my Discord server via the description. All of those things I just asked you to do are completely free, and they sign you up for things related to my channel, or they don't sign you up for anything. No cost to you, and all the benefit to you because we release daily college football content here on College Football with Sam. If you want to support the channel monetarily, sign up for a YouTube membership, or check any other links in the description for my merchandise store and Patreon page. Thank you very much, and let's get back to the segment. But I imagine with another year in the system, being coached under Laurinaitis, that he will have a coming out party of sorts, being that third guy, and I think playing at a pretty high level. Pettijohn, you never want to say that a freshman's going to ball out immediately. That's very tough. Takes a rare type of freshman to do. I won't predict Pettijohn to do that, but I will predict him to be good if needed. If they need him to come in and play, he will play at a good level. And you also have Garrett Stover, who last year played on special teams, 60.8 PFF grade with just 1 snap on defense. You have some depth there at the linebacker spot. Is it as deep as Georgia's linebacker room? I wouldn't say so. I don't think it's as deep as Texas's either, but those are also some of the best linebacker groups in America. Nothing to be ashamed of there to just be top 5 and not necessarily be the unanimous number 1. Ohio State already has that at wide receiver. They already have that with the best safety in America, best defensive player in America, and Caleb Downs. This linebacker group it's amazing. I believe that Arvell Reese boldly will be the best linebacker in the group. I think he is a more natural linebacker than Sonny Styles is. And I think that being at that middle linebacker position and being, I know Sonny Styles is the block O, but I think Styles, well, a good linebacker, definitely a future pro, just isn't quite the level that Reese could be. And maybe some of that's intuitive. Maybe I'm wrong there. I think Styles will be a near elite, if not elite linebacker this year. Arvell Reese, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the elite best linebacker of the group. A little bit of a bold prediction there. Pierce will be kind of an honorable mention all Big Ten caliber linebacker. Having that as your third linebacker is pretty impressive. Speaks to the playable depth that this unit has. And Pettijohn is a freshman to shred your black stripe already. And for Patricia to want to run this 3-4 defense if possible. Now, oftentimes one of those 4 linebackers is an outside linebacker blitzer, a pass rusher. So I'm not saying that 3-4 means that Pettijohn will always be on the field, but if they need him and if he's good enough, he will get opportunities to showcase his talents in Big Ten play. And Ohio State gets tested week 1 right out of the gate against Texas. The Ohio State defensive front has an opportunity against the Texas offensive line. Not really from the standpoint of their defensive line against Texas's offensive line, because Texas's offensive line is actually more experienced than Ohio State's defensive line. and based on what I see and what I've watched, probably would have the upper hand just on that sole matchup. But once you factor in Ohio State's linebackers, I think that's where the tide can quickly turn in Ohio State's favor. Where Ohio State has linebackers such as Arvell Reese that if they wanted to be, they could play defensive end. They could put on an extra 10, 15 pounds, be that 6'3", 6'4", 255, 260-pound defensive end, outside linebacker, edge if they wanted to, and play on the defensive line. They could. They have that size there. They have the athleticism. They have that sideline-to-sideline speed, and that's going to be a great game for them to showcase their talents. And if Ohio State wins, I think the linebackers will be a huge part of their victory against Texas. Same if they beat Penn State, same if they beat Michigan. This linebacker core is one of the most important units of the Ohio State team. It is, because linebacker, I think, is one of those positions, given its the nickname quarterback of the defense, it's very hard to mitigate if you have offensive line play that's shaky. Look at Penn State last year, where their linebackers struggled to tackle, especially Tony Rojas, who wasn't healthy. Penn State had a hard time mitigating that. They did, and you saw that in some of their bigger games. Ohio State, I don't think will have that problem this year. Their questions on defense relate much more to the defensive line, and I would say even much more so relate to corner than they do to linebacker, and certainly not safety with Downs there. So this is a unit that is going to, talent-wise, improve. We'll see in terms of collegiate play if it's better than last year's linebacker group, because by the end of the year, it was one of the best. We'll have to see if it improves there, but it certainly can. And this is going to be a linebacker group where, look, I think they're going to do a really good job against, obviously, Grambling State, Ohio, Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Purdue, UCLA, and Rutgers. And in 75% of their games, they will do what they want to do. Doesn't mean Ohio State won't maybe lose in one of those road upsets, but it won't be the linebackers' fault. Where this unit is really going to need to play to its ceiling and showcase its talents is against Texas in Week 1, Penn State in Week 10, and Michigan in the game in Week 14. And I think in all of those games, honestly, they will. And in much of those games, I like their odds of matching up well with their opponents. Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese have a great chance to showcase their talents at a national level this year. Styles already has, and now with the Block O, I think he'll do a better job, and I think the spotlight will be more on him than it ever has been. And Arvell Reese, with his talent and the freakish athleticism that he has, I like what I see out of him and what Patricia has in that linebacker group. Thank you for watching College Football with Sam. Make sure that you've liked the video, subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and team playlists and podcasts in the description, joined the free Discord server where we talk college football 24/7, and have commented your thoughts down below. Check out the description for any ways you can support the channel monetarily. Everything else I've asked you to do is completely free, and your support means the world to me. We're trying to become the next big thing on college football YouTube. 6-figure subscribers, maybe 1 million one day. I think we can do that. And also check out any videos or playlists, anything in these columns right here, where there will be videos and playlists. Yeah, you get the point. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.